is Annabelle Comes Home. I really wish I got a chance to rewatch this before tonight's episode.
Didn't?
I really enjoyed this one, though.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like this one?
It's probably my least favorite of
all of them. Wow. Because the Warrens are actually in this one.
Not barely.
But they're in it.
That's it.
They're in the beginning and end. They're like involved with the story a little bit. Although the trailers make it seem like they're more involved than they are.
Yeah, so does this poster.
Yeah.
They don't do that.
So it's basically the Warrens' daughter, Judy.
Yep.
Played by McKenna Grace, because this is post Conjuring.
Yeah, and the other girl was too old.
The other girl was too old, so they had to get a younger actress. And then Madison Eisman, who was in that I Know What You Did Last Summer show, which I never finished, for Amazon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wasn't she in Jumanji?
Maybe. I didn't see that. And some other girl. This one I was the most looking forward to be honest. Because, and I'll talk about the disappointing payoff. But here we go. Annabelle Comes Home. Directed by Gary Dauberman. He wrote the previous Annabelle films and It Chapter 2. Determined to keep Annabelle from wreaking more havoc, paranormal investigator Ed and Lorraine Warren locked the possessed doll in the artifacts room in their house. But when the doll awakens the room's evil spirits, it's soon... You got a problem?
No.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Join us.
Sorry, the cat interrupted. It soon becomes an unholy night of terror for the couple's 10-year-old daughter, her friends, and their young babysitter. I remember when I saw, like, when I started watching these, I looked up the preview for the third one. I'm like, oh my God, they're going into the artifact room and they're just touching everything. I'm like, that's a good, because they've been hyping up this artifact room, and every single time one of these movies ends, they put like something in the artifact room.
Great idea.
It was a great idea. Now, this was what I was looking forward to the most. I wanted to know the backstory of the samurai armor.
Yeah.
Ever since the first movie, I'm like, okay, what's the story with the samurai armor? I need to know. I need to see this. All I wanted was the samurai to be running around the house like, with like a sword. And then the movie happens, and all it is one scene where he's just standing in the hallway, tilting his head. And I'm like, no, I want to see him. I want to see him do stuff with a sword. I want to see him like throw nunchuck. I mean,
that is so cool.
That's more ninja instead of samurai. But still, it would have been cool if he was like doing backflips and screaming the entire time. And I'm not going to do any voices of it screaming because I feel like that could be clipped out of context. But that was the biggest letdown. But I liked how kind of wacky the whole movie was, where like apparently Annabelle gets loose. They open up the door and the demon, because she's a conduit for other spirits.
Yeah.
And a bunch of new ghosts and demons show up, who I'm sure they were going to try and spin off into their own stuff. Who's your favorite new monster?
My favorite new monster? The ones that's coming to mind are the ones with the coins on their eyes.
The ferryman?
Yeah.
Yeah, the ferryman is really cool. That's like a... Do I have a picture of him? No. Oh, we'll talk about him in a second.
But I don't know. It was too outlandish for me. I thought because it wasn't real. Like it's not a true story.
Well, I mean, neither was the nun.
The nun was way more real.
It wasn't based on a true story.
But it was more something I could believe.
Realistic, I guess.
More realistic than this movie. And I just...
You didn't like the ghost dog?
No, because
there was a big ghost.
I didn't like it because it was just too fantastical. Like I don't know. I couldn't get into it.
I didn't mind it. I kind of liked how wacky it got.
I didn't like that it was all about the one girl. Like it just wasn't.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I actually really, really liked this one.
You have to rewatch it.
I should rewatch it?
Yeah, you should rewatch it.
I'm going to rewatch it. I'm going to be like, you know what, Casey, you're right.
Yeah.
Sucked. No, I really enjoyed it. I like the whole plot of like the girl goes in there because she wants to talk to her dead dad. And she's like, this ghost room will help me out. Let me open up the doll that says, please do not open up this doll or you'll all die. That seems like a good idea.
It was good that their daughter got a separate story.
Yeah.
That was
because she's always just kind of there.
And there's a bride. They should have just made that.
I feel like a lot of these they wanted to make into other movies. They were introducing a lot of monsters.
But I think they could have made her La Llorona.
That might have been something they had at one point. Maybe. But they came out the same year, so I don't know. They were making them at the same time.
But were all of those artifacts, were they a part of the history of the, like, are they there? Are they a part of the Warrens' real...
Oh, I don't know. I don't...
room? I'm just curious.
I've never been to that room. Is it still publicly displayed there?
I don't know if it's public right now, but she used to have people over. Like, you had to pay for dinners.
I think there's a museum, though, now.
Oh, yeah, there's a total museum, but I don't know if they're allowing people in it anymore.
No.
Since she's passed.
I'm going to go in there.
I want to go.
I'm going to go in there.
I totally want to go.
And I'm just going to yell at all the demons.
I just don't know if it's
open. I'm going to go in there, Casey. I'll be like, hey, demons.
That. You can't.
I live at, and I'm going to give them my address.
I can't believe you're making this all a joke.
I'm going to be like, I'm going to be like, come over and hang out. I'm going to annoy the shit. I just want to annoy a demon. I really want to annoy a demon.
I'll annoy you.
The demons are going to be like, oh my God, he's falling asleep watching Blade Runner for the 5th time this week. I'm like, yep.
But yeah, the ferryman.
The ferryman was really cool.
I really liked them. I liked when the girl had when it was her.
Yeah.
With the coins.
Yeah. I don't know. It was a nice little side story. It reminds me of a TV show where you get a side story about, like, not a main character.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
That makes sense. Yeah, they're just like, let's have fun with this one.
Yeah.
Let's just have fun.
Yeah, like,
I just didn't take it as seriously as the other movies.
I was thinking, like, there's like X-Files episodes where, like, they focused on the cigarette smoking man, and he got his own spin-off episode, or like the 3 wacky friends who helped Mulder and Scully, they got a whole episode.
The ones like I wouldn't watch.
Yeah. Yeah, this feels like that. We're like, hey, you know what? Let's give the 2 leads a break. Let's make this an episode just about the daughter and some wacky demons running around. But no, it's a fun idea. I like the idea of awakening all these demons in one room. And the Annabelle demon is kind of like leading all of it.
Yeah. Then when she's in the bed.
Yeah, that was kind of creepy.
Oh, and then what did you think of that whole scene revealing the demon? With the colors. Oh yeah, should we talk about that now?
I liked the colors in her room.
The wheel.
Yeah.
Because that's
like the color wheel. Yes, that was cool. Now, but yeah, speaking of the demon.
Glow up.
So I guess in between Annabelle and Annabelle Comes Home, he went back to hell. He got some work done. He's like, I need bigger horns.
Excuse me.
Or maybe he went to demon puberty. I don't know. I
think he just got stronger.
Really?
The more souls that he got.
My favorite thing, though, to explain how he got stronger, it's one, his horns go backwards now. And he grew extra rib cage. He grew extra bones in his rib cage. That's how you know the demon is now stronger. He has extra bones in his rib cage.
Right. He just looks scary.
Was there a reason he changed? Was it because he was in that house and more powerful?
I think he got more powerful and he was becoming the ram now, like that kind of demon.
Yes. What's it with rams and demons? When do those two get linked together?
I don't know.
Because it's like
Black Phillip.
Yeah, it's kind of like angels, like the whole humans with wings. That wasn't until like the Renaissance, because that's not how they're really described. But what did goats do that really pissed off humans? Where they're like, you know what, we're making every devil based off you. Like, what did I do? Oh no!
I'd have to do research.
Same thing with bats. They're like, hey, every demon, we're gonna give bat wings, and the bats are like, what? This is just my wings.
They're so cute.
They are. I really like bats. I don't know if you noticed from all the Batman stuff in this room. But yeah, I think it was a wacky fun time.
Yeah, that's good.
Again, it's a spin-off side story.
I liked it. It's just not my favorite one.
Yeah. The ghost dog might have been too much. The ghost dog
I did not.
might have been a little too much.
But that totally makes sense for another movie.
Yeah. Which apparently that is like a real legend. I forget what it was called.
Yeah,
it had some weird name. But no, the biggest letdown was the samurai demon. Mm-hmm. I really wanted to just see a samurai running around that house with like a sword.
I don't know. They probably did. Like if they had the artifacts from the other movies in there too. I'm not sure if they did.
Like, how did they get the samurai demon? I just want to know. I just want to know. When's he getting